is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we have a Kawhi Leonard Clippers rebuild today for you guys. So what the trade would consist of, I'm not entirely sure yet, but we will be making up a trade to go ahead and grab Kawhi Leonard from the San Antonio Spurs. Now that he would rather be in San Antonio, or rather be in on the Clippers rather than be on the Lakers and play second or sidekick to LeBron James. It doesn't seem like he wants to do that. So what the trade would be, I have no idea, but we're going to do a trade that consists of probably something like a Kawhi Leonard, and then they get maybe one of the Clippers' young players in Jerome Robinson, or maybe Wesley, I don't know. Let's go just Jerome Robinson, and then they get a future second rounder or something like that, all for Kawhi Leonard. Maybe this is a little too paying too much, maybe paying a little too little. Tobias Harris, Lou Williams, Jerome Robinson, and a second round pick for Kawhi Leonard. Let's see if they'll take this straight up. They probably won't take it, but of course we're going to make this trade go through, so that way it is a Kawhi Leonard Clippers rebuild like we want it to be. And I'll see you guys in not in free agency, because free agency is over, but I will see you guys at the rotation once this trade is made, and then we'll be making moves in the next free agency. As at the rotation, they have Patrick Beverley starting, Avery Bradley starting, Kawhi Leonard, Thomas Robinson, Boban Marjanovic, Gallinari, Marcus Gortat, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Maxi Kleber all in the rotation. Of course, that is not how the rotation is going to go in real life. We're actually going to have something like this. So we're going to have Gortat starting for one season, and then we're going to have, of course, Thomas Robinson at the 4. We're actually going to have Gallinari play the 4. Why not? And then we're probably have Milos Teodosic actually play the backup point guard. And since we're not using Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for this season, we'll use him next season. We're going to sign him to the G League. And then, of course, working on it, we'll have Avery Bradley, who's on a nice deal. Avery Bradley will be a free agent. Gallinari is someone we could look to, maybe getting rid of. But we're going to go ahead and send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the G League. That way he comes back better than ever. But Kawhi Leonard, of course, is this clear #1 option here. But now when you look at the team, we got Beverly, we got Avery Bradley, Kawhi Leonard, Gallinari, Marcus Gortat, Thomas Robinson, which I don't entirely want him on in the rotation. So we're actually gonna do Sindarius Thornwell for about, and then we'll do that. And then maybe Avery Bradley will get some more minutes. Gallinari will give Gortat 31. And then our bench is pretty trash, to be honest. So I'm not really too worried about that entirely. Yeah, we'll roll with that. We'll roll with that. All right, so, oh wait, and then we'll give Beverly. Okay, so not a great bench, but I mean, what can you really do? But we'll see how Kawhi Leonard does with this team. Season #1. Obviously, this team is not very good whatsoever. But guys, don't worry, we'll make this team better. And as far as a contract extension goes, I don't think that there's one anytime soon that Kawhi Leonard would take, but you know what, we'll find out. Maybe he'll take it, and then we'll have our starting players for sure next year are Kawhi, Avery Bradley, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who I expect to be my starting point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. It's just a matter of acquiring other assets, a nice bench, and some big men to play alongside those 3 players. Season, Kawhi Leonard wins Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 29.7 points, 8 rebounds, almost 5 assists, 3 steals, 51% from the field, and 39% from 3. Kawhi Leonard had himself a nice season on the Los Angeles Clippers and led us to a 43-39 record, which we're the 5th seed in the Western Conference with no one really helping him out. Can you imagine what this team would do if we had some more help for Kawhi Leonard? I mean, Avery Bradley is there. Gallinari had a decent season as well, but everyone else, just kind of was there. So if we could have a decent decent players around Kawhi Leonard other than the guys we just had, man, this team has some nice potential. But we are facing Minnesota right now. Let's see if we can actually move on to the second round. And we do go to game 7, but we get eliminated in 7 games by the Timberwolves, who have a nice kind of super team in themselves. Let's see how Kawhi performed in the playoffs. 31.4 points. Gallinari had himself a nice playoff series, so you can't really be too mad about that. But Golden State, of course, is probably going to win the championship here. But OKC blows the 3-1 lead, and they beat the Raptors in 4. All right, cool. So OKC does it again. But we just had rumors, or we just got a report that Melo will probably not be on the Thunder next season, which is a big W for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So happy for you Thunder fans that really wanted him off your team. It sounds like it's gonna happen. So the Celtics have our first round pick. We still have Doc Rivers as a head coach, which isn't a problem for me. And then we don't have a draft pick this season. So let's go ahead. And Kawhi Leonard declines, which we do expect, which we did kind of expect, but I will bring him back hopefully. And then Sam Decker has a qualifying offer, but I probably won't be offering it. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we get Kawhi Leonard back. That is the #1 thing we want to do. So Kawhi Leonard, 28.4 for 5 seasons. Let's see if he'll do that. But other than that, Kawhi Leonard does accept right away. So we're going to renounce Wesley Johnson, Milos Teodosic, and let's go ahead and just renounce all these guys. I don't think I'm going to be bringing back any of them. So let's go ahead and just renounce all of them. And we get Kawhi Leonard back on a 5-year deal. And we'll renounce Patrick Beverley. So Kawhi Leonard is back on a 5-year deal, which we love. So Kawhi Leonard, welcome back to the team. And then, like I said, we'll have Kawhi Leonard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Avery Bradley all starting. It seems like Gallinari, I'm still kind of trying to decide what I should do with him. I might have to get rid of him. I'm not sure. We have $34 million in cap space, but a lot of that's going to be going to Kawhi Leonard, I think. So let's see what else we could afford. So we need a center. Definitely need a center. Now, who we could afford, I have no idea, but let me go ahead and just go out and hand some contracts out. So 25 mil for 4 years for Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't even know if we can afford him. What about JaVale McGee? That wouldn't be too bad of a starting center. He's decent. 5 mil for 2 years. What about a power forward? That Frank Kaminsky is always available. Markieff Morris, 7.10 for 10 mil. And then a backup point guard could be interesting as well. A Shabazz Napier. All right, so let's see what we got. We got Karl-Anthony Towns agrees as well, which we can get both of them. All right, so we get Karl-Anthony Towns and Kawhi Leonard. All right, so the Timberwolves don't match either. So we just like that, we bring in Kawhi Leonard and Karl-Anthony Towns on this Clippers team. And you know what? I don't think that's too far of a stretch because the Clippers are going to have a ton of cap space, especially if they're able to trade Gallinari away. They're going to have a bunch of cap space to work with. So they could potentially bring in a guy like Karl-Anthony Towns. Would he leave Minnesota? There's a lot of reports about it, and it seems to be just keep getting denied. But you know what? We have no idea what's going on. So Frank Kaminsky, maybe next to Karl-Anthony Towns. Actually, Karl-Anthony Towns could shoot the 3 ball. So, I mean, we could just get a decent power forward, and we'd be okay with that. You know, Derrick Favors would be nice next to Karl-Anthony Towns, but he's not available. Thaddeus Young, maybe for 3 seasons. So Karl-Anthony Towns, let's agree to that. I don't know if we could afford either of the. We could afford Thaddeus Young. We can't afford Frank Kaminsky. So let's go. We'll go with Thaddeus Young for 3 seasons. All right. So Kawhi Leonard, Karl-Anthony Towns, Thaddeus Young. I think that is a successful offseason so far. And just like that, our team is looking a lot better. So we got Avery Bradley, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kawhi Leonard, and then Gallinari and Thaddeus Young. Although I would like Thaddeus Young starting. So, I mean, I'd rather have Gallinari pretty much off the team if I could have traded him. But I don't know if anyone would just take him straight up for... I mean, that's $22 million off a team's books if they were to take Gallinari realistically. So, we might have to just eat his contract for now. But we have our starting 5, which I'm very happy about. But if we get some backup guards, that would be absolutely awesome. So maybe a Shabazz Napier for 3 seasons off the bench would be excellent. Maybe a Lance Stevenson off the bench wouldn't be too bad either. Gerald Green. What about some backup centers? What do we got out here? Marcin Gortat. I think that's a little too much money for Gortat. Zeller for 1 season maybe. What do we got? Rashawn Holmes wouldn't be too bad. So we got Shabazz Napier. I'm actually really good with that signing. That is a nice signing as far as a backup point guard is concerned. Seth Curry maybe. Nah, just a little too much money. Austin Rivers, bring him back to the Clippers, which is a big possibility if he wants to come back to the Clippers and play for his dad. Troy Daniels, I actually like signing Lance Stevenson, so we'll leave that for now. Small forwards, Justice Winslow, or we have Gallinari for now. Mike Scott off the bench wouldn't be too... Actually, I think he was supposed to be on this Clippers team. I just didn't have him on the roster, so maybe we resign Mike Scott. Maybe the Clippers resign him. So what we got? So we got Tyler Zeller. If we can get all these guys, I think that's a pretty successful offseason. So that's a pretty nice... better bench than we had. So we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Shabazz Napier, Avery Bradley, Lance Stevenson, Kawhi Leonard, Gallinari, Trae Young, and then we get Tyler Zeller off the bench. And Gallinari. So, we could use him off the bench this season, although I wouldn't mind getting rid of him. I'm just not sure if anybody would take him on. Maybe if I throw a first rounder in there as well. Let's just see what's offered to us for maybe Gallinari to get off this team. Covington, Ursan, Sean Kilpatrick, Larry Nance Jr., DeMar Carroll, and Ryan Anderson, both on 1 year, or Carroll's on a decent deal, and Ryan Anderson is on a 1 year deal. Derrick Favors, like I said, would be the perfect power forward to play next to. And we get Jay Crowder. I love Derrick Favors playing next to Karl-Anthony Towns. I think that makes all the sense in the world, just because Derrick Favors could dominate down low. Karl-Anthony Towns can dominate down low as well, but he can also stretch the floor. Enes Kanter, Kyle Kuzma, Allen Williams, Allen Crabbe, Chandler Parsons, Markieff Morris, which I did try to resign. But I love the Derrick Favors deal. I like the idea of Derrick Favors. And we get Jay Crowder. The only awkward part is Mike Scott now. Although I don't want to offer 2 first rounders for Jay Crowder and Derrick Favors. Maybe, how about this? How about a top 5 protected first round pick? Just because I think protections make more sense in this trade. We get Derrick Favors and Jay Crowder. They don't like that. They want me to give up. No, absolutely not. All right, so I'll throw you another second rounder, but they still want me to give up another first rounder in the trade, which I don't like. What about another second rounder? We're not interested. How about I'll give you Mike Scott as well. How about that? You don't even need to give me a first rounder. Like, I'm not asking for a first rounder. How about that? We're not interested. Come on, man. All right. Another second rounder. They're still not interested. I freaking hate you. All right, so I love this. I love this trade though a lot. I do. Do I really need to offer another first round pick? Like, I really don't want to do that. Lottery protected first rounder, I guess. They're still not interested. All right, how about a top 5 protected? Would you take that? They agree. Guys, I seriously did not want to give up 2 first rounders, and I way overpaid for 2 guys that might not even be on. Yeah, that was overpaid. All right, but I think that the Clippers would have agreed to or the Heat would have agreed to that trade a lot earlier. But what can I say? We got Derrick Favors, who I think is a perfect power forward to play next to Karl-Anthony Towns. Like I said, he could dominate down low. Karl-Anthony Towns could dominate down low with him sometimes. And then Karl-Anthony Towns could also stretch the floor. So awesome. I love this. I love this team. I love the way this team is looking. Kawhi Leonard has definitely got a team getting built around him. But for sure, let's go ahead and skip free agency because we don't need to sign anyone else. And Tyreke Evans goes to the Mavericks. I saw that. And then we got Kawhi Leonard, Karl-Anthony Towns, Avery Bradley, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Derrick Favors. Oh, our bench is looking nice. Our bench is looking a lot better than last season. So I absolutely love how this team is looking. Like, there's no complaints from me. This team is looking good. So we're actually not going to be doing another season. So we're going to go ahead and throw untapped potential at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, since he will be the starting point guard this season. And then finally, when you look at the rotation, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Avery Bradley, Kawhi Leonard, Derrick Favors, Karl-Anthony Towns, Thad Young, Shabazz Napier, Tyler Zeller, and Jay Crowder. I'm actually going to run a 10-man rotation so we get some Lance Stevenson some minutes, because he's a nice energy guy off the bench. When Lance Stevenson played for the Clippers a while back, when Blake Griffin and Chris Paul were still there, it didn't really work out, but I hope it does work out this time. So I love how this team is looking. So we're going to go Kawhi Leonard, then Karl-Anthony Towns, and then after that, we'll just see who steps up. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead, simulate to the end of the season, see how this team does. A nice defensive team for sure. We have Avery Bradley and Kawhi Leonard together. That is some nice defense, perimeter defense right there. I love that. I love that way this is looking. Avery Bradley. Yeah, this is a great team. Especially Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 6'6", can play defense as well. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the season and see how this team finishes out. This season, Shai Gilgeous, I don't know how to say it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander makes the all-rookie first team. And then we got All-NBA first team. Can we get a Kawhi Leonard? Yes, we do on the All-NBA second team. And no one. All right, so no Karl-Anthony Towns. All-defensive first team. Kawhi Leonard makes the All-defensive second team as well. And we are the second seed in the Western Conference, 58-24. So how does this team finish out? We had Kawhi Leonard with 22 points, Karl-Anthony Towns with 18, and Shai with 11.6 points. So 11 for Avery Bradley as well. Thaddeus Young with 10. Derrick Favors 8.8 and 5 rebounds. Almost a block. And Karl-Anthony Towns averaged 1.1 blocks on the season. So let's see how we do against the Utah Jazz, which is Derrick Favors' former team. We're up 2-0. We're up 3-0. Can we sweep the Jazz? Yes, we do. And then we're facing the Golden State Warriors, who don't have DeMarcus Cousins anymore, which is awesome, so I don't have to worry about that as much. But they still have that super team, you know. It's still a super team even without DeMarcus Cousins. We're up 2-1 on him, though. We're up 3-1, and can we move on in 5? We do. Wow, okay. So, guys, you have no idea how long it's been since I've been in the NBA Finals. That would be absolutely insane if I could make the NBA Finals. We do even it up with the Thunder. They're up 2-1. We even it up again. They're up 3-2. So, guys, I want to make it into the NBA Finals. This might be a game where I have to jump in. Let's see if I can do it. So we're going to force a Game 7, it looks like. All right, so Kawhi Leonard led the way with 23 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Derrick Favors 14. All right, so going to a Game 7 on the Thunder's floor. The Bucks and Wizards are going to a Game 7 as well. All right, guys, let's see if we can win a championship here. Or not a championship, if we can make it into the NBA Finals. It is a close game. It is a very close game, and I almost... Okay. Wow, all right. So we made it in by 4 points. That was kind of an accident. I didn't mean to do that, but the Wizards made it in. So we're facing the Washington Wizards now. We're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. They even it up. No, they don't. We're up 3-1. Can we win a championship? Yes, we do. The Los Angeles Clippers win a championship. You guys have no idea how long it's been since I've won a championship on NBA 2K18. That is absolutely insane. So won a championship, didn't even have to jump in. Awesome, awesome stuff. So now I want to look at the playoff statistics. 22 points, 19 points, 11 points. I think I made a decent team under some real circumstances. So, anyways, guys, I thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, leave a like if you did enjoy and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But this is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.